Hello guys, in this question I'm going to answer additional mathematics paper 2, specifically question 4, the paper which was audited in 2023 for internal candidates. So this question is coming from polynomial functions. So question A is saying find the value of A given that the expression x to the power 3 minus 6x to the power 2 plus ax minus 3 is divisible by x minus 3. So x minus 3 is called the dividend. So to answer this question, the first thing you need to solve the dividend for x. So we are solving the dividend for x, where we are going to say x minus 3 is going to be equal to what? 0. Then solving for x, the value for x is going to be positive what? Positive 3. That is the first step for you answering this question. Now the next step, you need to rewrite the expression that you have been given in the question. So we have been given this expression, which is x to the power 3 minus 6x to the power 2 plus ax minus 3. Now always, for you to answer this question, you need to use what we call the remainder theorem. Now as for the remainder theorem, it said that when you solve the dividend for x, then the value that you are going to get, if you plug in where you are having x, always the remainder is going to be equal to what? 0. So you can say if here we are having r, which is the remainder. Once we get 3, then plug it where we are having x here. Everywhere where we are having x here. We are going to find that the remainder that we are going to have is going to be what? 0. So we can say where we are having r here, we can put what? 0. So we can say 0. Now this question is asking us to find the value of m. Meaning, for us to find the value of m, since we know the value of x here, which is positive 3. So where we are having x, we are going to put positive what? 3. Where we are having x, we are going to put positive 3. Then we can say being equal to what? 0, which is the remainder. So we can do the computation here where we are going to say 3 to the power 3, we are going to get what? 27. So we can say 27. Then 3 to the power 2. And then 3 to the power 2 multiplied by negative 6. So 3 to the power 2, that is 9. 9 multiplied by negative 6, we are going to get negative 54. Then we can say plus. So we can say a multiplied by 3, we are going to get 3a. Then minus 3. Being equal to what? 0. So correcting the right terms here, on this side, we are going to remain with the 3a being equal to 54, which is positive 54. So this one is negative. When it crosses an equal sign, it's going to change to what? Positive. So we can say positive 54 plus 3 then minus 27. That is what we are going to have here. So we can say 3a being equal to, so when I do the computation here, the answer that I'm going to get is going to be positive 27. Okay, so I need to divide by 3 here, even here by 3. So 3 and 3, they are going to cancel each other. Therefore, the value for a is going to be equal to what? 9. So this one is a being equal to 9. So we can say that the value of a is what? Is 9. So that is the answer for question A. Let's try to answer question B. So as for question B, it is saying factorize the expression 2x to the power 3 plus 3x to the power 2 minus 7x plus 12 for max. So to factorize this one, the first thing we need to find the factors of this number here, which is 2. So let's find the factors of 2. So the factors of 2, we are going to call them as q. So the factors can be positive or negative. So we are going to say plus or minus 1. Then we can have something like plus or minus positive 2. So these are the factors of 2, which is the coefficient on x to the power 3. So always you need to find the factors of the coefficient on x to the power 3. So these are the factors that we have here. So similarly on this part here, we are going to use what we call remainder theorem. So now as for remainder theorem, we are just going to use it to test if we get positive 1, So you can say if we get positive 1 now, how are we going to get positive 1? If we say we have x minus 1 being equal to 0, if we solve this one for x, the answer is going to be positive what? 1. Then again, if we get x plus 1 being equal to 0, if we solve this one for x, we are going to get x being equal to what? Negative 1. Again, let's come to this one. If we get x plus 2, then equate it to 0, we are going to get the value of x as positive what? Let me say negative 2. Then again, if we get x minus 2 being equal to 0, if we solve this one for x, we are going to find that the value for x is going to be positive what? 2. So we are going to test all these values. But we are going to end on the point where if we put a number where we are having x, everywhere where we are having x, if we are going to get the remainder as 0, that is where we are going to end. So let's start with this linear here. If we solve this linear, the value of x is going to be what? It is going to be positive 1. So if we write this expression where we are going to say positive 2, open bracket 1, close bracket to the power 3, then plus 3, open bracket positive 1, close bracket to the power 2, minus 17, open bracket 1 plus 12. Are we going to get 0? So let's try it out. So here we can say we are going to have 2. Even here we are going to have what? 3. Then we can say minus 17 plus 12. So are we going to get 0 as the answer here? Let's say we don't have, or we don't know the answer here. So we can collect the right terms, whereby we can say this one plus this one is going to be what? 5. Then 5 plus 12, we are going to get 17. So it's more like positive 17 minus 17. Now positive 17, are we going to get 0? Of course we are going to get 0. So meaning, visible by this expression, it is x minus 1, the linear that we are going to use. So the linear that we are going to use, it is x minus 1. So we know that we have x minus 1 being equal to 0. If we solve this one for x, we are going to find that the value of x is going to be what? Positive 1. Okay. So let's try to find out the expression that we are going to remain with if we use this one here. So the next step, we need to use synthetic method. So as for synthetic method, we need to do something like this. Okay. So now you need to write the numbers the way they are. So here the first number that we have is positive what? 2. Followed by the next one, which is positive what? 3. The next one is going to be negative 17. Then the last one is going to be positive what? 12. So I'm going to write the same one, which is positive 2 here. So now, since the dividend that we have here, it is x minus 1. And then when you solve this one, x minus 1, for x, the value is going to be what? Positive 1. So positive 1, we are going to put it somewhere here. Then we can say, this positive 1 multiplied by positive 2. What answer are we going to get here? It is going to be positive 2. So positive 2, so we need to write it somewhere here. Then we add positive 3 plus 2. We need to get what? 5. Then again, positive 1 multiplied by positive 5. We are going to get positive what? 5. So positive 5, we are going to write it somewhere here. Then negative 17 plus 5, we are going to get negative 12. Okay. Then similarly, positive 1 multiplied by negative 12, we are going to get negative 12. So negative 12, we are going to say negative 12. Now positive 12 minus 12, we are going to get what? 0. So the format of this one here is like this. 0 always, or the number at the end here is going to be the what? The remainder. Always is going to be the what? The remainder. Then the next one is going to be the constant number, which is going to be c. Followed by the next one, which is going to be bx. Then the first one is going to be ax to the power 2. So that is how these numbers are arranged. Now, we can say that from this one here, we have 2, which is the value of a, 5, which is the value of b, and negative 12, which is the value of c, the constant value. So we can say we have the first one, this linear here, which is open bracket x minus 1. You need to include it, okay? Then the next one is going to be positive 2 x to the power 2. Then the next one plus 5 x to the power 1. Then the last one we need to have negative 12. Now, we are not done yet because this question is saying we need to factorize, okay, the expression. So the next step, we are going to deal with this quadratic format. Okay, so the quadratic format. So the quadratic format is very, very simple to handle it. The first thing, you need to find the product, sum, and factors. So the product that we have here, if we multiply this positive 2 multiplied by negative 12, we are going to get negative 24. So negative 24 is the product. Then the sum, the value of b, which is positive 5. Then when it comes to the factors, we can say we have positive 8, negative 3. Okay, why are we saying positive 8 and negative 3? If you multiply positive 8 multiplied by negative 3, you are going to get negative what? 24. Then if you add them, you are going to get positive what? Positive 5. So those are the factors. So we can say open bracket, we have x minus 1, close. Okay, so the next one, we need to introduce the square bracket. Then say we have 2x to the power 2, then plus 8x minus 3x, then minus 12. So close, then close square bracket. Then from there now we are going to repeat this one, which is x minus 1, then close. So we need to factor out what is common in this. So the next step, we are going to group now these into 2, where we can say this one and this one, they are going to be 2 terms. This one and this one, they are going to be what? 2 terms. So what is common in these two here? It is 2x. So we can say 2x is common. Then open bracket, we are going to remain with x plus 4, then close. What is common in these two here? It is negative 3. So if we factor out negative 3, inside here we are going to remain with positive x, then plus what? 4, then close. Close square bracket. So at this point, you need to see the terms which are the same. So we can see that this one and this one, they are just the same. So we need just to pick one. So remember, don't forget about this one here. So we need to repeat it, whereby we say x minus 1, then open bracket. So the first thing, we are going to start with this one here, which is x plus 4. So we can say x plus 4. Then the last one is going to be this one, where we are going to say 2x minus what? 3, which is the last one. So 2x minus 3, then close. So this one is our final answer. So thanks for watching and see you next time.